Good afternoon, Little Lane. We are back on this Monday. I feel like it's gonna be a day where I go live a couple of times, right? Whenever the spirit move me, okay? So good afternoon, Little Lane. Thank you for coming through this live. Thank you for coming through the replay action. Y'all been real great on both. So I appreciate y'all. Please hit the like. Don't forget, and if you feel so inclined to show support just for me as a content creator, the D, please feel free to definitely send me a donation, okay? Show me some love on my Cash App. My Cash App, I love when that Cash App bling, and my Cash App ain't blinged in a long time, right? So give me a tickle, but whatever. What's up, December, baby? What's up, Winter? So, child, if the topic gonna be kids, I prefer to talk about my own. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if that's selfish. I don't know what it is. I'm just being honest, okay? If I got to hear about cheering all goddamn day long, I'd rather talk about my own. So that's what I came on here to do, right? I'm mama up the block. Take that and do whatever you want to do, okay? But as y'all know, I got three kids. My oldest one, she finna be 30 years old. I can't believe I'm about to have a 30-year-old. That in itself is a absolute freaking trip to me. I can't even believe that I wrap my mouth around saying I got a 30-year-old. Okay. The grandkids part, I can get it. I'm a young grandmother, but and my daughter had her children in her 20s. But I can't believe I got a 30-year-old. So I ain't talking about her big, overgrown, damn near middle age ass. I got two boys. My boys, Xavier and Reese, one just turned 18, one just turned 15. That's what I came on here to talk about since we talking about cheering, right? Let me tell y'all about me and mine and what the status is these days with these teenage boys. Now, mind you, my oldest boy, Xavier, the one y'all saw with the cotillion, this is his senior year. That in itself is a not a dilemma, but a whole entire situation in and of itself, right? Because he's gonna be graduating at 19. In 2025, when he graduated, he'd be 19, not the normal 18 or 17, right? And so having a young man, a young adult that's 18 and in high school, it comes with different challenges, right? I find myself really having to, me and the village, really having to encouraging him and letting him know the importance of staying and finishing high school. Not that he's talking about dropping out, but if you know, like I know, having gone through it before with a child that turned 18 years ago, once they hit that 18, society call them grown. They call themselves grown. As a mother, when you get to fussing them about stupid shit, you tell them you 18 now still doing stupid shit. 18, they can do a lot of shit legally at 18. What's up, Mix? So the endeavor, thank God he's not fighting it. But we have come to that fork in the road where he is 18. He flexing his young adulthood, right? Who didn't flex it at 18? I'm 18, I'm grown. I'm 18, I'm grown. What's up, Hudson J? So that's where I'm at with my 18-year-old, my boy, my senior in high school. Thank God he given every indication that he want to graduate. Good. He on the track, everything going fine, all of that stuff. He's looking forward to all the things with his senior year. He's looking forward to prom. He's looking forward to just everything. Wilding out for his senior year, having a good time. What's up, Em Renee? Now he working. Girl, 29, 26, and 8, girl, it just feels so funny having kids 29, 26, huh? So he working. Now last year, when he first started working, I don't think he was feeling that work thing, right? He'll get a job before I can even tell y'all he got a job. He didn't quit the job. But now It's seeming like he's more inclined to work. Now he's starting to understand the value of having money in his pocket. Now he's starting to understand the value of making his own money, being able to do different things, which is a wonderful deal, right? But a teenager with money, that's an entire situation. What's up, Melissa? Kids are always a situation, right? Now, with my oldest boy, this has been the crux of my existence in the last 5, 6 months. These last 5, 6 months, he is really giving me a time about these goddamn tattoos. And I may have mentioned to y'all before, right? So this is where it comes in about what I would do with my children if they when they in my house, and what I'm not in control of because they're not at my house. In my house, I wouldn't have okayed no tattoo. Okay? I wouldn't have. It was allowed, which absolutely shocked me. It shocked my draws that they allowed that. Okay, it's done. It's done. Okay, try to get past that, try to get through that. Lo and behold, he pops up here recently in the last month or so. He pops up with another tattoo, a second tattoo. The second tattoo, mind you, y'all seen my kids. My son, I call him little. I used to call him little. What I used to call the what I call my Mr. Debonair. Thank God I got boys that go to church still. They participate in stuff. They do. They not no thuggish, ruggish bones. They not even being raised up like that. I thank God for that. But this boy then popped up with a tattoo on his neck. Oh, baby, 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 baby. I absolutely now, hey, room shaker. Now, this is what happens. Yeah, he already got it. He got two. Now, mind you, he think by doing some type of religious, some crosses or a scripture, he think that doing a scripture or a cross or some kind of religious base, faith base, he thinks that's supposed to be the excuse and the reason why it's okay. I beg to differ with you. Why you got this tattoo on your neck? What you doing? Now, see, with an 18-year-old son, of course he wants to tell me, oh, well, I just got it. It means something. Mama, it means something to me. Well, they all gonna mean something, son. Now, this is where, for me, I got to step in. I have to recognize, okay, when I talk to my son, he's 18 years old, he a young man. He got a little job. He think he big balling, child, with that little job. So, of course, the same shit I used to say, my son says, well, I work is my money. I pay for it. That argument, right? That rationalization. So I'm at this point right now with this boy. Now, mind you, I didn't have an 18-year-old before my daughter. But this is a boy. This is a whole different type thing here. So this has been my position. My position at this moment in time when I talk to my son is that I try to talk to him and I really harp on good decision-making skills. That's the way I try to truly. What issue do I have with him getting a tattoo? Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you, Dollar General. I don't mind asking. I don't mind you asking, and you gonna know right here of what my reasoning is. I told my son, hey, but no, I told my son. He told me, when Mama is my money. After he hit me first with it means something because it's faith based, right? He tried to hit me with that. I wasn't going for it, right? So then he hit me with the 1, 2 that he work. It's his money. Very true. He can make decisions. Very true. And at the same time, you're very responsible for the decisions you make. So therefore, when you make these decisions, you can't just think about the now. You got to think in ahead. You got to think ahead. The choices you make now, you have to, as a grown up that you want to be, that you are, when you making these choices for yourself, are you thinking about the bigger picture? Or are you making a decision based on how you feel at this moment, at 18, with what's trending and what's not trending? How you know 10 years from now, you want to be working 15 years from now, you want to work in corporate, you got all these big tattoos all over and everything. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about the fact when you're dating and things like that, that you might meet a nice girl who don't want to bring you home to her people and stuff because they judging you immediately because of tattoos, thinking you a thug, you got to fight all these obstacles. What's up, Diamond B? Have you thought about the fact that people can misjudge you? And have you thought about, even bigger than that, even more so than that, you got a whole canvas. Your body, your canvas, you got a whole canvas. You got a good 95% of your body, 96% of your body that you can get tattoos on. And guess what? Everything else I said don't even matter. Don't even matter. You can get tattoos up and down your arms, but when you put on a business shirt, guess what? You business. When you go to church, you look respectful. What's up, LaDonna? Now, see, these are the type of things, because you know them tattoos. When you're into tattoos, I assume, because see, I got one and I was done. Girl, I would have died. I would have died. Okay. Now, my daughter, she's 30. I promise y'all, when I went over there and I stayed at her house and stuff, and I had went up in her room and she was changing, I didn't know she had all them tattoos on her body. She got a big ass tattoo. It's pretty on her thigh. I did not know that. But guess what? I wasn't supposed to know. Because guess why? She ain't got it sitting up for everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm ministering to my son about right now. Because see, he on the roll. He seems to be getting into this tattoo thing. He got a job. He got the money. He got the means. He done found somebody he wanted to do. Okay. So this is what we into. Okay. I can't make him. I can't fuss at him and talk to him like he 10, 12, 15 years old. I can't go to the tattoo shop and tell them they doing something illegal. I can't talk to him like that and demand and tell him what he can't do. The only thing I can do as a mother of an 18-year-old is try to talk to him in a way that he make him responsible for his choices. See, that's where I'm at right now with my kids. With my 18-year-old right now, when I talk to him, and I always bring it to good decision making. We talk about the right now and we talk about the future. And I'm not perfect, but what I do is I say these things and I do it that way, and I do it in the hopes that he'll be open-minded. I'll do it with the hopes that he'll cross his mind when he's making choices and decisions. You know what I'm saying? And only time will tell. And I also want to know what's making you want to do these things. You know, to me, I can't say for nobody else, but to me, you know, having tattoos on your face, having tattoos on your neck, okay, it's a different generation. I understand that, but I can only be from the generation I'm from. I'm 47 years old. When I see somebody, and I like guys with tattoos, but you better believe when I see somebody, a guy with tattoos all up his neck, all over his body and shit, I'm thinking he a thug. I'm thinking he about the street life. I'm thinking he's some type, I think those things. And then I deal with them or don't deal with them accordingly based off of what? Their first impression. What type of first impression do you want to make? And that's the things we talk about, right? Now, of course, with my, with both my boys, my 18-year-old and my 15-year-old, we talk about the sex thing. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about the sex thing, that's nothing new at all. That's nothing new for me and my boys at all. I've been talking to my boys about sex, safe sex, since when they were living with me. As soon as they got to knowing what a girl was, paying attention, I can hear them up in there talking about somebody's booty or something like that, and they was used. You know what I'm saying? That's when we start talking about sex. I didn't show them about condoms. I didn't put condoms in. You know what I'm saying? But I also have to talk to them about choices then. Not going for the girl. If a girl ready to just give it up to you like that and doing all that, damn, what type of little girl is that? Having some respect for themselves. Understanding that they just as valuable as the girl. And beyond all that, if you must go ahead and get you some coochie and everything, please, please, please put a condom on. Because what if you get stuck? You don't love nobody that goddamn much. And I had a perfect example to talk to my oldest boy about that with the little girlfriend he had, his first little love baby, and I knew they had started having sex and everything like that. And when we talked about safe sex, he'd be doing that. You know how them guys, how them little boys do that goofy shit, that little old smirk, like you almost embarrass them, and then they almost want to smirk, like, yeah, I'm getting some coochie, and then they almost, if you got a son, you know how that little look is, right? And when we were having that talk, when he had his girlfriend, and especially talked to him about her because he was with her for a while, and he just really thought he was. Well, he didn't think he was just in love, his first love, baby. He cried when they broke up. Then he got hard about it. Then he got started talking all that shit to go with it. And guess what? We talked about safe sex when he was with her, and we talked about the benefit of safe sex when they broke the fuck up. Now you don't barely like the girl. Can you imagine if you hadn't used the condom and stuff and you be stuck with this girl for life? Now you talking like, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen a million times, son. A million times. Now let's get to this 15-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to tell y'all shit. If the topic gonna be about kids, let me talk about my kids. We can talk all day long, and we hope they listening. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's why I really, really, really try to. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a different position, but the fact that my children are not in my house, right? Because my children are not under my care every day and everything like that. I'm in a very unique, but not very unique situation. And I'm real grateful that my personality is just like it is, and I'm just Demetra, right? demetralitALLday. I am who I am. Right? I ain't never had babies, meaning I never have talked to my children like babies. You know what I'm saying? I just, that's not me. Y'all know already what time it is with me. So I'm real grateful for the fact that my boys, you know what I'm saying, they feel open to talk with me about different things, and I like the way we talk. Right? We don't talk like we friends. I ain't they big sister, but my personality and the way I am allows for us to really talk and get into some shit for real, right? So my 15-year-old Reese, he didn't got so tall, he didn't got so handsome, child. Y'all know I started them dreads, baby. He didn't took them dreads to a whole nother level. He at the place, where, at first he used to find the videos on YouTube for me to do his hair like that. Now he didn't learn how to do his own dreads. And let me tell you, I ain't gonna lie, I got in my feelings a little bit about that. I really kind of got in my feelings about him starting to do his own dreads and stuff. And I got real fucked up. I ain't gonna lie. I got super duper fucked up when he started doing his older brother dreads. My oldest boy started his dreads back, right? No, he started dreads for the first time. And baby, when my youngest son started my oldest boy dreads, I damn near cried. You understand what I'm saying? What's up, Sharice? hated it. I hate it. Not I hated it. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I hate the fact that my youngest boy didn't learn how to do that shit. I hate it. Cause that was really, I already knew that that's the time when he can come, when he come over here and sit between my legs and I do his hair and shit. I know I got him captive for hours, right? I know I got them right there. I got their full attention. They got my full attention. It was a bonding thing, right? I can open, girl, my eyes almost tearing up, girl. I ain't gonna lie, that shit hurt me to my spirit. That shit hurt me to my heart. Okay? Yeah, but now he can do his trade and stuff, and girl, he be dying like, you know how they be having like the little color on one, a couple of dreads and shit, girl. My son be, girl, okay. He be hooking his hair up. He didn't just turn into such a little cutie. Such a little cutie, right? And it's so funny as I watch him grow because, you know, I ain't being funny, but I can remember my 15-year-old. I can remember having to damn near fight his ass to go get in the tub, right? I promise you. I used to have to say, boy, go take a bath. You ain't took no goddamn bath. Go get back in that motherfucking tub. And I can remember telling him. Now you know I can remember telling him, you gonna have to start taking your bath, boy. You ain't no girls gonna want you. You gonna what you gonna be? And I'm so glad that he just so clean now. Not clean like that, but I'm just so proud of the fact that he evolved to the fact that he like stylish. You know what I'm saying? He's stylish. He got his own swag. It's just a trip to watch my boys, and when I see them and when I be around them, it's just like amazing that I have these young men on each side of me. I just love them for how they are, right? No, that's when he was a little boy. You know how them boys go through the time when they be acting like they took a bath. I'm talking about when he was a youngster, like you know what I'm saying. I knew he would grow out of that shit. Baby, my eyes got watery, girl, when I started talking about them dreads. Nah, with my youngest boy, I have to really talk to him. Our biggest thing is in communicating with him. It's now he real into his rapping and shit, right? He can rap. He can rap. Right? At the end of the school last year. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, Hudson. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all know how them little boys be doing. But now he rap and stuff like that and everything, and he be up in there rapping. And what I find just so cute is he'll call me and say, "Mom, I'm finna sing you this song I just did. I want you to listen to it. It's PG-13, Mom. I just want to tell you, it's PG-13, Mom. Right? Girl, he'll send me his raps and shit, and for the longest time, he'll send me these raps, and it just sounds like you can't even understand what the hell he's saying for that mumbling and shit. The music be all loud and shit like that. I'd be like, well, son, it sounds like you got a good flow, but I can't understand shit you saying, and who recording this for you? And then I'll be like, okay, if you want me to help you with your editing or whatever, recording and stuff, I got my little setup. You can come do it. But of course, him having his mama help him with his rap is not in his I guess that wouldn't be cool. I guess he couldn't be live. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's not like popular for his mama to help him in a rap. I guess it wouldn't be popular to say he came to his mama's studio in her bedroom to do his little track. So he just a couple of weeks ago, I got one of them texts talking about mama. No, he called me, Mama. I'm finna sing you this song, man. I'm finna sing you this song. Oh yeah, Hudson J. You better enjoy that 13, cause baby, it's like you love seeing them grow into a young man. But you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be cool because you a dude, right? But baby, he sent me this song, and my honey was here, right? And y'all know my honey, he a silver fox. You know what I'm saying? He's 64, but he OG. You know what I'm saying? But baby, when he sent that song, my son sent that song. Let me see if I got it. Let me tell y'all something. Now my son, he like that dude. What's his name? Like Rod something, Rod Fresh, and I don't know them people, right? When my son asked me about who I like and shit, he started naming names, and I promise y'all, I'm getting older. I didn't know none of the names of the rappers he was talking about, like none of them, right? So he sends me this cut he did. Now, mind you, because I'm a rapper, y'all know I be rapping, y'all know I be spitting, right? So ride wave. I say ride fresh. But look, so I can hear my son is flowing. I can hear that he jamming, you know what I'm saying? But baby, my son, girl, I don't know when I got these little church thugs over there, right? Baby, my son, the whole so he kind of like a singer rapper, like Future or something, right? Baby, one line I'll never forget on this song. One line I'll never forget. He says something, and he say, "I turn your girl into a no." What did he say? I turn your girl into a slut or something. I was like, wait a minute, what? Hold on. I don't know if y'all can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it. But baby, his little lyrics and stuff, he sound good. I was sitting in the class talking about we gonna pay all that shit. It sound, but girl, he talked about getting some cut a couple of times, right? What's up, Bossy Dundee, baby? When he said he'll take your girl and turn her into a slut, bitch, I damn near died. Okay, I was like, what? Turn her into a slut, and then like my dude, my honey was like, "Oh no, 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 gangster rap, girl." He called it gangster rap. He talked about, "Oh no, no, nobody doing that no more. That's just too raw. That's too much. Ain't nobody doing that. That's old school. That's girl." He act like it was gangster rap, like Too Short and them, or like Easy E, you know, all that type of shit, right? And so I'm like, damn, you know. So I'm talking to him about his rap. I'm telling him, okay, your sound's starting to get a little bit better, but I don't understand why the music always way louder than you. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, damn, son, you know, do you got to turn the girl into a slut? I say, I hope you gonna send me some more songs that's not so illicit, right? Because it was kind of illicit. It was kind of illicit. I ain't gonna make no excuses. I am not gonna lie. It was kind of illicit. At one point in time, after he turned the girl to a slut, on another line, he was talking about getting some head or something. Child, he didn't start getting a little piece of coochie. Okay? Period. So that just make me have to talk about the safe sex again, talk about respecting girls again, and then telling him, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you rapping and stuff like that, but let's talk about what your plans is. Because at the end of the last school year, he told me when we talked about it before the summer started, he told me he had a plan and he knew he wanted to go ahead and tighten up on his grades. His grades be kind of good, but he don't put his full effort in. Like he's really smart and he just go on average, right? He do just enough. And that's another one of the things, quite honestly, that's different because my kids are outside my home than in my home, right? And that's just the reality of it. If my children, you know, I am very, very hardcore. I'm very, very strict, right? And I'm very, very intense, very intense, right? So that just passing and just sliding through, and that's just doing just enough. That being mediocre, it wouldn't pass with me. It wouldn't fly with me, right? So you know, I had to kind of combat that. That's one of the things that's kind of like the tough part of it, right? When I'm not having my children in my own household and I got my village that's in a day to day and doing. That's one of those things that I can only do what I can from a distance, and because they're not in my house, you know, I can't very well impress upon somebody else my way of thinking, and that's just the truth. What's up, Candy Cane? Oh, that's a good idea, mixology. That's a good idea. That's an excellent idea. So with him, he told me he knew he had to tighten up this year for his sophomore year, and that he wanted, because he especially wanted to tighten up for his sophomore year because they got a new, I I don't even think he listened to Tupac husband. Them kids know about Tupac and everything, and they listen for a minute, but it's not just like iconic like how we looked at it at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like what he said, okay, he wanted to tighten up because they got this new program to school with like engineering and things like that he wants to get accepted into. Now we talked about this at the end of the year. So the school started last week. We talk about goals. What's our goals for this year? What we gonna do this year? What's your focus? Baby, my son told me, I asked him about this program. I said, well, you still, remember we talked about you staying on track and you going ahead and getting them grades, not just good enough, but, tightening up so you can get accepted in that program you said you want to go to. Well, I don't know if I still want to do that. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to do that? You was excited about it 3 months ago. What then changed? Oh, well, I'm more focused on my rapping. Rapping? I wish I had my girl. I wish I had all my little emojis and shit like that. I would drop my little person that was fainting and shit. Baby, when my son told me straight the fuck up, my son told me he not worried about getting that program no more. Now, mind you, this is the second week of school. This was the first week. He say his mind is not worried about that because he focused on his rapping. Boy, if you don't sit your mumble mouth ass down somewhere with that bullshit, excuse me. If you don't sit your mumble mouth ass down somewhere talking about you focused on your rapping, if you don't get the fuck out of here, they talking about redirects. Now, fuck a redirect on YouTube. We better redirect on this your mind, your mentality, your priorities. What? Excuse me? Now, this not the 18-year-old, okay? This the 15-year-old. Oh, no, that's not your priority. Absolutely not. And since I know, and see with him, I threaten him. What's up, Mr. William? I threaten, now mind you, my younger boy, I threatens him. Yeah, I still threaten him. Okay, you see how that conversation changed? With my oldest boy, I talk to him. I talk about decision making. This younger boy, I threaten him. You know what I'm saying? So now, since I see that your priorities need some fine tuning, if I see that you're not doing what you need to do, I'm going to come take you out that school. I'm going to have you over here. You're going to be sleeping on the motherfucking couch in the living room next to your mama room. Going to a different school. Is that what you want to do? What's up, Dr. Young? Is that what you want to do? Because that's what we're going to do. Oh, well, I understand, mama. I don't want to. You tripping. Oh, mama. Okay. We're going to have to get this together. We're not going for that. That same interest that you had in that program ain't nothing changed. We need to do a redirect. Because guess what? You can sit there and rap. You can sit there and do your little thing just how you've been doing it. But that's not what comes first. Not at all. So that's the different type of things that what I'm saying that we really have to, people talk about kids today, which is wonderful. But me, child, if I gotta be sitting here thinking about somebody else's children, I'd rather come on here and shoot the bobo and talk about my kids. Talk about where I'm at in my parenting right now. Because regardless is not, I am a mother. I'm the mama up the block. That just so happened to be what my circumstances are. But I'm very much so a part of my children's lives. And I very much try to do what I can. That's part of the reason why I got clean and sober. That's a big part of why I got clean and sober. It's so I could be more active and more present in the right state of mind. That's why when I got clean, I was able to, change some things up and I moved where I'm at. I'm 10, 15 minutes down the street from my children. I'm in reach out and touch them mode. I can reach out and touch them. Right? Last year, my youngest boy, he had a couple of fights, right? And we had those couple of fights, we had to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? We had to talk about it. So this year, I have to keep my eye open. What's up, CEO? Did I say hey, CEO? I have to keep my eye open that on the fact that if I'm hearing him or whatever he got going on, and when he start getting, because the school called me. The school called. I am the emergency contact. So when the school calling things like that, I have to be mindful of the fact that, okay, he had a couple of fights last year. He a boy. I don't need him trying to go for bad. I don't need him to try to start acting like now, because you know how you get in a couple of fights and shit, and if you don't just get beat up and shit like that, then all of a sudden you get a reputation for can fight, and so then the reputation that you can fight mean that you put in a position where you got to fight more, right? No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Last year he got in the fight and everything, and then they tried to jump on him and do whatever because they lost the first fight. They tried to come back again. We at the school, we talking about it. We didn't already, right? We didn't came up with an action plan. He exercised the action plan in the school. He didn't had 2 goddamn fights in the action plan. What's up, Jay? I ain't seen you, Jay. He exercises the action plan, and baby, already my son with no disciplinary problems, all this time and all this type of shit. They talking about motherfucking alternative school. Excuse me? Oh no, you're not gonna derail my child. Oh no. No, 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 no. We're not even to that type of conversation. So now he already got that label. It's just a lot of different things, right? And this high school thing, I'm noticing with the girl, but the girl, it was about her not being a hot ass, her not being get pregnant, her about being a young lady. You know what I'm saying? It's also about staying focused. But y'all know with girls, it's really about making sure they conduct themselves and carry themselves as a young lady, making sure they don't get caught up with no boys and get distracted and shit like that. And with the boys, I ain't gonna lie. It's really, I'm seeing with my teenagers, with boys, is what I'm learning is that it's really, really, really about, maybe it was the same with the girl. I don't know, but with the boys, it just feels so much more intense with making sure that they mind that they I stay on the prize, right? And the prize is being successful, being free, okay, and being safe. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the one that he was trying to do. M. Renee, what's up, family of Six Rocks? That I think the program he was telling me about, which I need to, since he told. See, this is why it's good to talk about stuff, because now school back in, it would behoove me, right, to actually find out more about that program that he was interested in for myself. That way, as we talking about things, I'll know more about it where I can encourage him. I'll know about more about it, whereas I can, give him and keep feeding that and fueling that desire. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad I had this conversation. This whole conversation must have been just for me, you know what I'm saying, to really get to that point right there where I really need to find out more. Like, I can't remember the name of, I need to find all that shit out and do all that stuff so I can encourage him and find out about some other programs and stuff. My oldest boy, he wanted to graduate, and he already said that he want to go to trade school because he want to be a welder. You know, So I want to make sure I encourage him about that. I ain't gonna lie, when I was doing this survey, right, and it was talking stuff about the service. Thank you to our vets, our servicemen, right? Thank you for your service. So he don't really talk about going to the military or anything like that, but that is a real option. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I do kind of wanna. I don't want to just tell him, well, this is what you need to do, but I definitely want him to know that the military is an option and a good option. When I was looking at different stuff, they got all type of different incentives, all type of different they got a lot of different shit going on with the military. Like for them youngsters when they go in there, that's way different than how it was back in my day, right back in the gap. They got a lot of different stuff going on, like incentive wise and things like that. So I also want to put that in his mind, because what I'm saying, my grandfathers was veterans, what I'm saying? And just as much as I want people to go fight for the country for my freedom, of course, I wouldn't want your sons to go and daughters to go and not be willing for mine to go. And I've always felt that way. It's always harder to raise young men. Yeah, it just seems like you have so many different things you have to talk about and worry about as far as their safety issues. And definitely when they get in trouble, is of a dangerous variety, right? Girls get in trouble most of the time is of a children, families, and that type of, what I'm saying, variety. Not guns and all that type of shit. The best thing I got going on, even though I was fussing about it at first, y'all, I was on my oldest boy ass. I was like, son, why you not getting your driver's license? Why you not making that a priority? You go in the driver's ed, you done got your learner's permit, but you must be the first teenager I've seen in my life who not trying to rush to get no license. I am so grateful that he ain't rushed and got his license. Okay. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful that he not out driving. I don't think I'm ready for that. And so now I bet y'all I won't say another word about when he gonna go take this license test. You will not hear me say none of that shit. Period. Okay. I know they have it where they can take college courses and get their associate's degree, but down this way they can take classes for EMC, EMT, PCT, CNA, and a lot of others at no cost. And the kids are, well, yeah, they probably got in his school district probably got all that. I'll be going to they little parents' night and everything like that. It's gonna come up in a week or so. I just have to get a lot more involved. You know what I'm saying? This year I have to be way more involved at the school. Not just going up there when they need something, not just going up there when they call me behind something. This is I need to start really paying more attention and get more involved because number one, my son a senior and he finna graduate. Number two, now we talking about shaping their lives and stuff like that and what they're going to be doing. These years are very, very important, y'all. Very, very, very important. So I'm glad I had this little talk with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I had this little talk. And I feel like, I don't know, I got some more awareness. I got some good reminders, some good things. I hope y'all got something from this conversation too. You know what I'm saying? I like everybody else. Y'all know Jesus love all that here. All that cheering of the word. But I'm their mama and I love them so much. I say shit. If I'm gonna be focused on somebody's children right here on YouTube, let me talk about mine. So I hope y'all enjoyed this little peep into my life and my little situationship with my kids. You did pop-ups. See, I ain't done no pop-up, baby. Last time I did a pop-up at a school, I was taking my daughter out her school. And see, that's why my youngest boy, that's why I'm able to threaten him with, I'll come take you out this school. Right? Because it's already on my record. Okay? I got a record. And they know good and damn well they didn't see it happen. They know you cut up, I will pop up there, unenroll you, sign you out that motherfucker, and we're gonna change this whole thing up. See, I got a reputation that when I tell you something, that's what I'm going to do. Now that's one of the things too. I will, Diamond. That's one of the things right there too about being the mama up the block, right? Being an up the block mama, I am the one they call. They calls me when they get the cut up. Okay, they call me so I can go over there and put the fear of God into them. Okay, I am the disciplinarian. Yes, my reputation precedes me, right? So y'all love y'all kids like I know you do, and I'm gonna love mine like I do. Y'all have a good afternoon. This was a good little talk and everything, and I'm gonna go ahead and get busy. My dog is steady barking. He must have to go to the bathroom. Okay. So let me go. What you say? Them kids see me walk in, they all sat down. Baby, and look. And what make it doubly as bad, if I walk in there, baby, it'd be me and the whole village. Do you hear me? It'd be me, they nana, and they other auntie. Baby, we be a whole brigade. Do you hear me? We be the old lady gang. Gang. Y'all have a good afternoon. Let me go walk this dog. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for coming through. I sure appreciated this discussion. I hope y'all did too. Bye, y'all.